Hey everyone, today is May 28th, 2023. So I'm going to show you guys why I think I decoded a specific time frame from iPetGoat 2. It looks like they're showing us June, year of the rabbit, which is this year, 2023, for some type of event to happen. So in PetGoat, they show three zodiac animals: the tiger, the rabbit, the dragon. Last year was the year of the tiger. This year, the year of the rabbit. Next year is the year of the dragon. So we all know the biggest event of 2022, the year of the tiger, was Russia invading Ukraine. And if you try to decode PetGoat, it represents a series of events, not one single event. George Bush was reading the book, The Pet Goat, to children during 9/11. And so it just so happens the release date of iPetGoat 2 has 9/11 codes to specific events that have already happened. As we see in the year of the tiger, Russia invading Ukraine was exactly 116 months after the release date of iPetGoat. So that's like a 9/11 backwards, upside down. So the worst mass school shooting in the year of the tiger, well, that was exactly 9 years, 11 months after the release date of iPetGoat. Another significant shooting event that happened on June 5th, well, that was Nigeria church attack, killing 41 people. And now we are in the year of the rabbit, and we saw how last month, May 3rd, had a 9/11 connection to the release date of iPetGoat. And there was a mass shooting in Serbia elementary school, killing 9 people. The shooter was a 13-year-old boy. There was also a mass shooting that day in Atlanta hospital, 5 shot with 1 killed. Now, May 6th also had a 9/11 connection with the release date of iPetGoat, with the end date included, and we had a mass shooting in a Texas mall. 8 people were killed. Now in the month of June, year of the rabbit, we also have more 9/11 connections with the iPetGoat's release date. But if you look at these images, it seems that they're telling us a specific time frame of June, year of the rabbit. The rabbit, obviously. And right below is the rose in Lily's hair. Well, it happens to be that June is the birth flower of the rose. So month of the rose, year of the rabbit, is just a few days away. Now looking at the next 9/11 connection date to iPetGoat's release date, that's June 2nd, the 153rd day of the year. On this date, we have numerology of 51, and mass shooting does equal 51, and we do have a 322 connection to the Gun Control Act, established in 1968. Now, if you look at iPetGoat, the story, it is on page 153. And June 2nd, as I said, is the 153rd day of the year. So we'll be watching that day. Also, next year, we'll be watching it in the year of the dragon, because it will be 11 years, 11 months, 9 days apart from its release date. Now, the next connection with PetGoat's release date would be June 5th. Now, I don't know exactly what's going to happen on these days, but I just try to find some connections, and one of my speculations is something with Iran, because of the connections with the president of Iran and Ali Khamenei. He's the supreme leader of Iran, so we have a 9/11 connection with his birth date, 322 connection with the president of Iran. Also, this date is the 156th day of the year. Well, the number 9/11 happens to be the 156 prime. The next date I'm watching would be June 11th. See, it's 10 years, 11 months, 19 days after PetGoat's release, with the end date included. And it also happens to be exactly 322 on the Hebrew calendar, a number of skull and bones. Then the very next day would be the actual 9/11 connection with PetGoat's release date, without the end date included. Well, that's also 322 on the Persian, Kurdish, and Afghan calendar. Now, if President Bush, the 41st president, was still alive, it would be his 99th birthday, and you all know he was a member of Skull and Bones. Well, Skull and Bones equals 41 and 202. This date is the 202nd day of the year, and it equals 41. And like I said, it's also 322 on these calendars. And it happens to be 222 years, 223 days after the White House was completed. Another 322 connection with that. The next date is June 15th. Dates reverse. If you see my other videos, dates reverse means just put the 615 over here and the 624 over here. Then you got 11 years, 9 days apart from Pet Goat's release date. I noticed that the numerology of this date is 44, and shooting and earthquake both equal 44. And finally, the last significant number connection with Pet Goat's release date I see is on June 30th. Well, that's 11 years and 6 days apart. But I have to mention one more date, and that is June 28th. I once made a video talking about how 9/11 had very significant number connections to 4 total solar eclipses over the US. 9/11 or 322 connections. And June 28th will happen to be 2,137 days after the 2017 total solar eclipse over the US. Well, that is the 322nd prime. Well, it's exactly 9 months, 11 days prior to the next one. Now, where these two eclipses cross happens to be right over top of the New Madrid fault line. And in the past, this fault line has produced multiple earthquakes higher than an 8.0. And when that happens again, they say it will destroy places like St. Louis, Memphis, Tennessee, multiple other cities in that around that fault line, and there's also nuclear power plants on that fault line. And I always believed that it would happen on a date connecting with a significant number connection to both of these total solar eclipses. Now, June 28th fits that number connection perfectly. Now, there's probably several other dates in the future that have a significant connection to these two eclipses, but they are far and few between. So that's why I'm placing June 28th also as a very high watch date. Well, that's all I have for this video, and we will see what happens, and I will talk to you guys next time.